welcome back to my K-pop Tarot channel. Today I'm going to be continuing doing 2025 predictions, this time around for a K-pop soloist that has won one of my community polls, which is IU. I haven't done a similar reading on a soloist just yet, but I'm really excited and look forward to doing so. While watching this video, please keep in mind that this is all for entertainment purposes only. I don't claim to know the future, the events, or anything like that. Please take my words with a grain of salt, not as a literal fact, because my interpretations might be completely incorrect or untrue. And yeah, without further ado, please consider subscribing, liking, and let's start. So for this part, I'm only going to shuffle the cards, so if you guys are not interested in that, you can gladly skip to the actual predictions, but if you are, without further ado, let's start. So I'm going to take 12 cards to describe each month of 2025 for soloist IU. So let's start off with January. What kind of month is January of 2025 going to be for K-pop soloist, female idol, IU? This one, the top card. If more than one pops out, I'm going to take only the top card. What about February? And while watching this video, please know that I do not keep up with IU. I do not know anything about her, so if my interpretations might be incorrect, please keep that in mind as well. March for IU, I don't know anything. What about April for IU, K-pop? This one, idol. May, this one. June, we got the card of this one flipped. July, this one. August, going to take this one since it's flipped. August. September, going to take this one since it's poking my hand, so it wants me to be taken. October, going to take this one, it's the card that flipped. November, going to take the top card as I always do. And finally December, the final month for IU of 2025. For IU, December. This one. Now I'm going to literally do the same thing, but this time around with oracle cards. So what kind of month is January of 2025 going to be for IU? One card only. Going to take this one. What about February? This one. March. April. May. Going to take the top card. What about June? Going to take this one, the top card that flipped. July. August for IU. This one. September. This one. October. This one. November. going to take this one, the top card. And finally, December. This one. And I'm also going to take one card to describe 2025 as an overall year. So what kind of year will it be for IU, K-pop soloist? One card only. This one, the top card. As I always do. And also 2025 as an overall year for IU. This one. Okay, so let me make this more presentable and then we can start. So welcome back. If you just got here, so in the sort of circle or oval, I have 12 cards to describe each month of 2025 for K-pop soloist or female idol IU. So without further ado, let's start off with the month who has already started, which is January. So for January, we get the cards of Knight of Wands and the card of the Power. I definitely do think that a lot of people and a lot of powerful in terms of people that have some sort of influence in K-pop world in general are taking a closer look at IU and her talents, maybe taking some sort of inspiration from her. There could be like a soloist that is in the process of creating music and preparing for their solo album, and they are taking some sort of example, just replaying IU's video and having IU as their sort of like mentor, role model, someone that they want to be, or just somehow particularly be intrigued by IU's performance. So I do think that, or there could be like idols in January that listen to IU's music on, for example, live, or share how they admire IU's talents and performances, and just IU is one of their favorite like K-pop artists in general. I do think that in January IU is going to be preparing something behind the scenes. She is not a lady that is lazy, definitely not. So she's looking at ways how to improve her talents, her visuals as well. Maybe she's going to gym, looking after her diet as well. There could also be a chance that she wants to somehow break through to international audience. So maybe she is preparing some sort of fun and exciting schedules that are more leaning towards international or global success and attention. I do think that this month is going to be a passionate one, and a lot of a lot of power and a lot of will, inner strength is going to be shown from IUs. I do think that there could even be a chance that she decides to somehow change her looks or visuals. So maybe like a hairstyle change for one schedule, something along those lines, or she wears like some sort of dress, or that she hasn't, like traditional one that she hasn't worn before. Like she is celebrating New Year's because she does believe that the new year will bring new opportunities and new successes and new adventures to her career, both as a professional and as a person in general. Next we move on to February. For February we get the cards of the Hanged Man and the card of Independence. There's a chance that she is a really this type of person that is a workaholic, and when it comes to her work, she doesn't trust anybody to make decisions for her. I do think that in every meeting, in every discussion, IU is also partake in that, and she doesn't want people or her team, her entertainment, like her company, people that dictating her life and her choices. I do think that she is the type of person that is really, really independent, and when it comes to her work, she doesn't want her team to screw up anything, any detail or anything like that. There's a chance that she could be having some sort of like concert or festival or like some sort of fan meeting, and she decides, to create gifts herself, like just she is a person who does everything herself. And I do think that that is going to be really noticeable in February, because she is going to be doing something that, for example, if you can compare it to other like groups, they like buy the gifts themselves. Meanwhile, IU, she is the one who chooses, she is the one who bags everything, she is the one who maybe even makes the gifts herself, something along those lines. I do think that IU could have a pretty photo shoot in February, where she's going to really stand out for her visuals. And I do think that there's a chance that in February she's going to go viral for her how pretty she looks, and how pretty she looks like on a big screen, for example, or on stage, something like along those lines. There is even a chance that she is going to work with some sort of famous brand in February. Next we move, or like promote something like that. Next we move on to March. For March we got the card of inspiration and the card of Two of Wands. Yeah, another month where she is going to be like a role model, someone that younger or rookies look up to. She is very inspirational with the way she has gone through in her career, and how well defined she is as a lady and as an idol, how many lessons, how many like things she has achieved, and how many things she has managed to break records for. I do think that there's a chance that someone is trying, really, really trying to work with IU, or is in the process of working with IU, like some sort of collaboration, some sort of feature, and together they are trying to create some sort of hit, and they are really excited that they have managed or are in the process of manage of obtaining IU's attention, because for them IU is like a really inspirational woman, and like almost like a role model. As well as that, yeah, there's a lot of planning, a lot of discussions, and somehow I'll look into international and global fandom. I don't know why I get Japanese vibe. Maybe she's going to go on some sort of concert overseas, or partake in some sort of schedule that is going to be shooting at different country outside of Korea. Next we move on to April. For April we got the cards of Two of Swords and the card of Optimism. So in April, IU is going to receive some sort of offer to work with something, maybe like a brand, like maybe like advertisement, promoting something, or like hosting like a radio show of some sort. And she and her team are going to discuss and consider the cons and pros of this opportunity. But in the end, I do think that the offer is going to be received, and the offer is going to be accepted. And I do think that the fans will really look forward to this opportunity, because this opportunity is going to be profitable, this opportunity is going to be well defined. I do think that, if I'm being completely honest, I do think that this is a month where actual schedules will finally come to the public's attention. I do think that in the first half of the 3 months, there's going to be a bit of silence, just a lot of speculations. What's IU's next goals, what's her next projects are, and in April we could finally hear like teasers finally being dropped, like some sort of actual words being talked about IU, and just confirmation of said schedules. And yeah, I think that April seems like a month where the fans are going to be really excited and really happy for IU, and something that she has managed to obtain some sort of opportunity. Next we move on to May. For May we got the card of flirtation and the card of strength, but it is in reverse position. So right off the bat, I do think that there could be some hate in May, due to a fact that uh, crazy fans are trying to ship her and some sort of influential male artist, idol, actor, not sure, but just some sort of famous or popular male. And she could receive the backlash from the public for said dating news, for said dating rumors. So in May there could be like some sort of interaction with male that the fans will, or maybe on some sort of interview, someone is going to be mentioning IU, or IU is going to mention some sort of male, and there's going to be a backlash from public, from those males idols or male actors fans, and just trying to bring down IU for interacting with said person. But overall, I do think that still this month is going to be pretty successful and pretty fun one. Next we move on to June. For June we got the card of exaltation and the card of Nine of Wands. So IU is perfecting something. Maybe behind the scenes she is working a lot on her vocals. Maybe she is going on some sort of lessons, uh, somehow working super hard, also having a lot of responsibilities. I do also think that maybe in June she could talk about K-pop world and how brutal it is for people, for idols, because you have so many schedules, so many eyes on you, and so many responsibilities, and somehow you aren't free, you aren't allowed a lot of things. And she maybe is going to open up about the fact, yeah, she has a lot of awards, she has the reputation, she has the name, but her earned records, her earned achievements didn't come easily. She had to work so much to get where she is. As well as that, I could kind of see, like in June, a lot of like key netizens talking about IU, and how she is getting older and she doesn't have like a family, like children just yet. And that to me seems so, like, I don't have any words for that. Just focus on your own life. Why are you bringing IU into this sort of like talks, negativity. But yeah, I do think that even if people are going to be talking, I still do think that IU is still going to work super hard and improve her talents, improve her self, and just just she is going to focus on her own stuff, and just she will not care about the rumors, even if there's going to be any, uh, because she knows her truth, and she doesn't care if other people do, because this is her life and this is her responsibility. So why should you care, if that makes sense? For the next month, which is July, we got the cards of achievement and the card of the sun. Yeah, this is a really successful and really great month in terms of profits and in terms of achievements. I do think that in July she could top the charting list. There's a chance for a new song, a new collaboration, a new comeback of some sort. This month she is going to really stand out from the rest. She is going to own up everything, and she's going to achieve a lot of things and break records, maybe win a couple of music show awards, but somehow do really great numbers, and the fans are going to be super excited, and they're going to unite to get IU the best results that they possibly can, by voting, by purchasing tickets to maybe like a concert, a festival that IU may attend or is going to be hosting. Yeah, a really great month. There could also be interaction that the fans are really looking forward to, like behind the scenes footage. Yeah, she is going to earn a lot, and she's going to build up bridges that haven't been crossed, but she is going to be shining really brightly. Next, we move on to August. For August, we got the cards of Four of Wands and the card of negotiation. Why do I get the that some sort of contract is coming to an end and she is going to negotiate or try to balance and just consider the cons and pros of staying or focusing on other things, like for example her own personal life. Like, it feels like she is trying to find a balance between being an idol and being her own person, just not an idol but just herself. And somehow she is looking back at the past and what she has managed to achieve, and she is super lucky to have this community, her fans, because she knows that they are mature, and she knows that they aren't falling for the smallest of manipulation tactics that other companies are trying to do for like promotional aspect, because she just knows and she fully trusts her fans to support her decisions and support her wishes. Maybe she's going to set up her personal boundaries, and she is going to be super lucky that her fans uh, are respecting her choices and follow her words rather than what like popular community blogs are saying or what other rumors are saying. But just there could also be like a chance that she is hosting like a fan meeting of some sort where she actually interacts with her fans and listen to their worries and listen to their words, and just being super appreciated by her community for standing up for unjustified things, for saying her opinion and not following what the general public wants to hear from her, but just protecting those in need, like standing up for bullying, not for bullied person, like something along those lines. And I think that her community is going to appreciate IU a lot in this month for how great of a woman, how great of a person, and how great of an idol she is. So maybe you will see that appreciation a lot on social media platforms like Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. And there's a chance that she is going to be dominating the streaming platforms for her music and for her talents and her visuals. Next, we move on to September. For September, we got the cards of Three of Cups and the card of Idealism. So, yeah, another great month. If I have to say, this is a month where I do think that the focus will be on collaborations and interactions, because somehow the teamwork aspect is going to be really, really important. As well as that, she maybe could work or have an interaction with like other respected idols, maybe by attending some sort of event where she could, like, have conversation with someone, and that being caught on camera could go viral, and just fans are really looking at any other fan cams where this interaction, where this collaboration has been captured. As well as that, she could also like host some sort of interview or partake in some sort of interview, and the fans will really, really look forward to that uh, interaction, to that mentioning of their, for example, idol's name coming from IU's mouth. As well as that, maybe she could even film like some sort of dance challenge, like a TikTok with someone. But somehow a lot of people are going to idolize IU and have her as like her their own role model, and someone that they want to be just like when they become older, and or when they become like sunbenims to other groups and to other idols. For yeah, something is to be celebrated in September. Lot of achievements, lots of celebration, lots of optimism, lots of viral moments. Something that like really, really great month as well. Next, we move on to October. For October, we got the cards of the Judgment and the card of Accusation. So in October, there's a chance that she could receive a bit of judgmental looks or words, like negativity, almost like a hate. And that negativity as well is also coming from like mail, from shipping, from fans wishing that she was dating someone. If that makes sense. Maybe the public is going to again judge her for not having a relationship. I don't know if she has or if she doesn't, or maybe getting into relationship, announcing like dating, or there's like shipping, like her with some other male, and fans really, really wanting them to interact, have moments together. So maybe collecting like almost like simplest of looks, and just shipping them, hoping for another interaction. I do could also wouldn't be surprised if she does something with acting, related to acting, in October. What that could be, I'm not sure, but could also be like complaints coming from fans that maybe someone has bought a award that the fans rightfully thought was deserved by IU, but she did not get nominated or did not get uh, this award because the fans believe that this award was bought by some sort of entertainment and given to other idol or other group because they paid for it. So that could be like some sort of popular speculation happening in October, something that along those lines. Or maybe there could be like accusations against IU for buying like a award that the other people's fandoms thought that this was like deserved by their group, by their favorite idol, and instead was won or being given to IU. I'm not sure which is the right alternative, but I get this vibe. Next we move on to November. For November we got the cards of Queen of Wands and the card of Seduction. So this is a month where I could see IU really standing out for her feminine side. There could be some sexualizing aspects happening. So maybe AI, has like done like fans using AI is going to be doing something that sexualizes IU, as well as that she or maybe she is going to say something that she is not comfortable with fans using her voice, her like visuals, her face when they are creating projects with AI related stuff. So she is going to set up her boundaries. Uh, in November, she could be traveling to other countries and she could receive a lot of love there overseas for something, but for her visuals, for example, for how pretty she looks, and for her talents as well, for her performance. But yeah, she is definitely going to stand out, and I wouldn't be surprised if she could win like some sort of award for like being best solo female artist, for example, or she could partake in some sort of project related to acting as well. And finally we move on to December. For December we got the cards of Nine of Pentacles and the card of Fortune. Really great month. I wouldn't be surprised if again we hear new music, new projects are going to be seen and announced, and the fans are going to be really looking forward to it. December is going to be a month where she is going to gain a lot of attention and a lot of popularity. She is going to be a really popular and really profitable artist, not only in Korea but also internationally as well. So this is a month where a lot of profits are going to be coming in. And if we're talking about IU as well, I do think that she is going to regain her confidence both as an idol and as a female herself. So maybe she is going to get asked out on like a date, for example. Maybe she is going to just feel really comfortable in her own skin, and like she is going to shine, and you will see how wonderful of a person she is, because maybe she is going to work with some sort of organization that works with like animals, with like children, with people that are in need, like for example, people who aren't financially well, or like for example as well we could see her working, or like really appreciating people who have some sort of disabilities, so she could work with those aspects, and she is going to really shine for how generous and how wonderful and how nice she is as a person. And finally, so maybe she could like donate to charities, maybe she could work with people in need, as I mentioned, something along those lines. But yeah, really profitable, really shine, really get the attention from all sides of the world. And finally, what kind of year is 2025 going to be for IU? For that, we got the cards of Six of Cups and the card of Intuition. I do think that she could go into acting aspects. There could be talks about children happening for IU throughout 2025 in her personal life. As well as that, I do think that there's a chance that her past releases and her past music is going to regain the popularity in 2025. There's a chance that she is going to work with a younger female idol, or like female group in general, have interactions with them or with her, and she is going to almost appreciate the younger generation and just share her stories, share her knowledge to younger people. I do think that there's a chance that throughout 2025 she is going to focus a lot on her inner strength and inner will to upstand hate, upstand negativity, just trying to cope with a lot of chaotic things that are happening in this world. So for example, she could go into like yoga, meditation, maybe partake in some religious stuff, and just trying to work a lot on herself and her intuition, on who to trust, who to work with. But I do think that some sort of interaction with younger like female almost is going to be shown or being talked about throughout 2025. Maybe throughout 2025 she isn't going to release that many songs, but just work on herself, focus on herself. For IU, the combination of Six of Cups and Intuition suggests that 2025 may be a year of reflection, emotional growth, and tapping into deeper inner wisdom. The Six of Cards right here symbolizes nostalgia, reunions, and reconciling with the past. It suggests that IU might reconnect with old memories, people, or aspects of her past that hold emotional significance. This could relate to revisiting earlier projects or parts of her career that were meaningful, or it might reflect a sense of emotional healing or rediscovery of her roots. Intuition indicates a year where IU will be guided by her inner wisdom and intuition. She may rely on her instincts to make decisions both in her personal life and career. This card suggests that she will have a deep understanding of situations, possibly tapping into more spiritual or introspective aspects of herself. So to summarize 2025, it looks like this year will be a year of introspection, personal healing and emotional reconnection for Ayu. She may explore her past in a way that helps her evolve both creatively and personally. It's a year for trusting her inner voice and possibly gaining new insights that guide her forward. The energy is very introspective, so expect her to focus on what resonates most deeply with her soul. So yeah, without if I'm not sure if this reading made any sense to you, I tried my best. Thank you guys so much for recommending, for voting, for watching this video. If you enjoyed this reading, please consider subscribing, liking, and without further ado, goodbye.